Hello everyone. In this video I will try to help viewers who are asking themselves the question, which long pips should I choose, or how do I choose long pips from such a wide variety? There are now a huge number of long pips available for sale, and their properties often differ significantly. Therefore, choosing the right long pips for yourself is generally more difficult than choosing an inverted rubber. By the way, I want to draw your attention to the fact that every player wants to choose something that will suit them personally and be well suited to their game. It should also pair well with their blade. So, it's a big risk to ask someone else which long pips you should choose. Their answer depends on many factors that are unknown to other people. If someone recommends you some pips, chances are they are suggesting something that's not optimal for you, or even completely unsuitable. And they won't even realize it. Only you, through a series of efforts, sometimes considerable, can come up with an approximate answer to this question for yourself. As for other players, you can ask them about technical aspects. And now I will provide you with the information to help you find the right long pips for you in the most optimal way. This will allow you to spend less time, effort, and money. By the way, while I'm sharing all this secret information with you, please click like and subscribe. Likes won't click themselves. For the first few years, I liked choosing my rubbers myself. I changed rubbers often, and every time I read a lot of information about many rubbers. I compared their characteristics, analyzed, estimated what would be better for my game and what would be worse, and asked various questions to other players. This process of studying rubbers, analyzing information, and choosing a particular rubber was interesting. I enjoyed doing it. For the last few years, I prefer to do it differently. I no longer have the desire to spend a lot of time on this. So, I spend much less time now. I clearly define the parameters I want to get from a rubber, or what specific game I want to play with this rubber. Then, I ask in the store. I get a few options, read about them, watch video reviews, and decide what to choose for myself. Now, I will share with you some technical information about long pips, which will help you understand more quickly which direction to look and search in. The first question, should you choose long pips without sponge or with sponge? If you haven't tried both types of pips yet, the best option for you would be to play for at least 3 weeks without a sponge and the same amount of time with a sponge. No one knows what will suit you better. I once looked at players with long pips without sponge and thought, how can anyone play with pips without sponge? That's so uncomfortable. That's exactly what I thought. I spent a lot of time playing with different pips on various sponges. And now, I play with long pips without a sponge and enjoy it. I've tried many different pips without a sponge, and now there's a racket with another set of new pips lying next to me. It's not because the previous pips were bad, but because there are so many good pips in the store right now that it's hard to resist trying out one set after another. It's interesting. I simply ask the store what pips would be good for my preferences, specify those preferences, take their recommendations, and don't study or analyze anything. So here's the key idea. It's much better to try the pips yourself. Because often, based on descriptions in stores or what other players say, you may draw certain conclusions, but then when you try the pips yourself, you realize they play differently. It's unclear why, but it happens often. From my own experience I can say that long pips without sponge are usually more annoying for opponents when playing close to the table. Meanwhile, long pips with sponge generally offer more control and more possibilities for ball manipulation. That is, with a sponge you have more options for how you can handle the ball. By the way, while we make interesting and useful videos and reviews for you, visit our TT Maximum store more often for your purchases. It will be the best way to thank us for our videos. Next, let's say you've decided which type of pips is best for you. Now the question is, which brand or specific pips should you choose, or how else should you approach it? If you don't have time to study this topic and need to make a quick decision, here's what you can do. Clearly define what you want from the pips, and ask the store. Don't forget to tell them what kind of blade you have. If you want to study information about different pips, compare them and analyze, but you don't have much time, I recommend paying attention to 2 brands that produce table tennis equipment, including long pips. The first is the Chinese company Inhe, and the second is the Chinese company Dowei. If for some reason that isn't enough and you want something else, you can look into pips from the German company Dr. Neubauer. I've probably tried around 200 rubbers, and these brands have proven themselves very well in terms of all parameters. So, to simplify your search and save time, you can just study their long pips and choose from them. However, there are other companies that also produce excellent long pips. If you want to dive deep into this topic, I recommend visiting the store's website and using the filters. From the huge variety of rubbers in the store, you'll be able to filter only the long pips. There will be many options. After that, you can continue filtering by parameters like control, speed, spin, sponge thickness, manufacturer, etc. Once you've reduced the number of pips up to several pieces, you can go into each of them, read a brief description, and in some cases, watch video reviews with more details and see how they play. After that, you can choose 1, 2, or 3 different pips. Why 2 or 3? It's not necessary, but if your budget allows, it's better to order a few. Because often expectations don't match reality. Plus, by comparing different pips in practice, you realize certain things and quickly gain experience in various aspects of table tennis. So, if you're a table tennis enthusiast and want to improve, trying and comparing several different pips will benefit you. You'll enjoy the process, and you might even change pips on your racket periodically just for the fun of it. Like me, or like one of my friends who has 8 rackets. That's all. If you have any questions on this topic, ask them in the comments under the video.